Hello everyone, this is S&S Productions, that's what I'm calling the channel now. Today I'm going to be showing you some stuff I found at a flea market, as well as at a train show and a yard sale. Just a bunch of stuff I've gotten in the past few weeks. So we're going to start with the flea market since I was most recent. I didn't find a lot here really, but I did. I mean, it's interesting. So I paid like $3 for this bag, and there's a lot of stuff in here, but a lot of it is kind of junk. I'm just gonna pull out like some of the interesting things. Some of it is literally just a bunch of like, I think one of them is like an AHM shell. It's just some weird stuff. But there was this shed that I thought was pretty nice. It's missing the windows. If you can see, because there's like one there, but on that side it doesn't have windows. I think it's fine though, because like it already looks like it's sort of abandoned, but it might look nice. In fact, this little farm scene I'm making here, it might fit in somewhere around here. But then there was this little kind of power station thing, whatever you want to call this, that would be hooked up to a power line. So I thought that was a nice little building. Then we get into the engines. So this is that AHM shell. This might be, no, I think this is AHM. This might be no. Yeah, no, I thought this might have been a Tyco Chattanooga for a second, but it doesn't have the firebox attached to it, so it can't be. Unless they cut it off. I don't know, it might be. I don't really care, but this is just in the bag. I figured, why not? Maybe a scrap scene. I only paid $3 for this bag, so it's not really a huge loss or anything. There's this tender shell. I'm not really sure what make this is. Oh, it's Manto, okay. So, yeah, Manto with tender. Maybe I could use that for something, but I may not. I don't know. There's this is what I honestly really paid for this for. There's like, he just had like 1,000,000 point motors for some reason. I mean, I paid $3 for them. That's a great deal, honestly. So I'm definitely going to use those. What else? It's this little Mantua cab that was just in the bag. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is pretty junky. But what I was most intrigued about in the bag was this. It's a American Flyer 060 switcher. There's most of the pieces in here. They might be missing some parts, but there are a lot of like extra pieces. I'll show it in a second, but I mainly got this because I saw, I believe his channel is called Wyatt's Workbench, and he like restored one of these and it looks really nice. Now this is definitely not nearly in the same condition as his. This is like a lot worse. The motor is, that's going in the trash. The smoke box unit, which is also like the weight, is not in there, and I'm not really sure how to get it in there because it doesn't like really fit very well in there. But yeah, it's intact. It's just that one, I'm kind of missing the screws. I have like all the pieces here. It's just that you know, I'm gonna have to I'm probably gonna have to end up buying another one, unless the parts aren't in the bag, to put this back together, if I even want to get this to run again. But two, I also bought it because I like older engines. I mean, this is a engine I've been wanting for a little while now, and it's a nice thing. But yeah, I don't know. $3 for a pretty cool engine and some other junk, except for those two buildings. Those are actually cool, but I'd say I'm pretty happy with it. There are a couple other things in here. There's another chassis to one of these, which is pretty weird. There is this zip tie that has tons of these American Flyer wheels on it. I believe this is a... Wait, hang on. This is a Tyco Chattanooga steam chest. I believe this is a battery, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I think that's something for DCC. This is a... I think this is a Tyco Chattanooga, what do you call it? Just like the steps, basically. I just threw it in the bag because I thought I might be able to use it if I ever come across an engine that is missing its steps, which I have, so. Like a truck. Smoke box door. What's this? Random piece of plastic. And, this? I don't know what that is. I guess that's a weight. Hang on a second. Okay, there's another American Flyer, like, what do you call this? Well, I need to look up what these are called, but the steps. So I got two of those. That's kind of cool. And there's a extra side rod, but it's very rusty, just like these. So, how useful that would be, I'm not really sure. But yeah. I got a lot of pieces. I don't have any of the screws, so yeah. That's pretty cool. And that's basically all of it. So now I will show what I got from the train show, which is much more impressive than this, I have to say. This is $3 again, so this is not a huge find or anything. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are, onto the train show stuff. So we've got this Atlas S2 I picked up. I found it in a box with a bunch of other stuff. It's in nearly perfect condition, besides for a minor, very, very minor paint blemish on the side that I didn't even notice because it's so small. That is literally the only thing wrong with it, that tiny little chip. I'm sure anyone familiar with Atlas locomotives will know these things run excellently. They are amazing, and in fact I can demonstrate how slow this thing can go. Yeah, that's like just really, really good. It goes slower than that actually. But yeah, these things are incredible. And I got this for only $13, so that was a real steal right there. There go the pipes. Yeah, so I'm really happy with this. It can pull a lot, and obviously, as I just showed, it runs really smoothly. It looks nice, and it's pretty detailed too. So I'm very happy with this. The next engine I got was this Athearn blue box locomotive. I cannot remember for the life of me what these are called. Yeah, no, I cannot remember. But this is pretty interesting because, one, it has a custom paint job, a custom scheme with a fictional railroad on it. There's also a pretty cool logo on the front there. But also, if I take the shell off, as you can see, the motor has been replaced by a different one. It's a motor made in Japan by a company known as GSB. I've literally never heard of this company, but they make a pretty swell motor. If I just demonstrate, well, okay, that was a little fast, but can do a pretty good slow speed. I still have to clean the wheels a bit, but it does run very nicely. And it's definitely much, much quieter than the Athearn motor that was originally in there would have been. So, yeah, the wheels are still a little bit dirty, but yeah, it's a very nice runner. I also got this one for $13, which is a steal, honestly, especially considering the motor, which I'm pretty sure the seller did not know was in there. Otherwise, well, considering they sold me that Athearn and what's coming up next for only $13 too, I guess it wouldn't really have changed or anything, but yeah, a very nice engine. The only problem with it was that it was actually it's missing the coupler boxes. I just sold this one off of another Athearn locomotive I have. That's why it's missing the front coupling, but that shouldn't be very hard to find a replacement for, so yeah, awesome. Okay, and here comes the next engine, coming out at a very, very smooth pace. This is a Kato NW2 that I picked up. It's a incredibly great runner. Of course, the pipes have shown themselves once more. Yeah, so I got this with all the other stuff. It was also $13, which was a total steal. You know, Kato is one of the best brands in the HO scale and N scale market. So I knew that this was very, very much worth it. The only problem with it, or problems with it, was that one, none of the details were on, so I had to apply all of those. Luckily, they were included. And also, the coupler boxes are missing. So well, obviously I put the details on, if you can't tell already. I put those handrails and things on. It looks pretty nice now. But now I'm going to have to try to find some coupler boxes for it online. So that's a little bit of a pain, but oh well. I mean, I'm very happy with it, if you couldn't tell from me running it before. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful runner. Just wonderful. And you know, for only $13, that's a really great deal. And yeah, I'm very happy with that, I would say. Okay, so now that I've gotten through all the train show stuff, besides a couple of buildings that I got, but I mean, it's nothing really spectacular, so I'm not really going to show those, but now that I've gotten through the train show stuff, I am going to show briefly what the stuff I got at that yard sale were. Okay, so this is what I got at the yard sale. These are 3 Lindsay, I believe, yeah, just Lindsay, I'd say OO scale more. They look fine in HO scale, but Lindsay OO/HO scale vehicles. These are all die cast. These are not really marketed as models, but they fit in. I actually have another one right there, right next to this house. I think that's a Cadillac or something. Maybe it says on the bottom. Okay, it's a Ford. But yeah, I mean, they fit in really nicely. My train layout, I really like how that one looks. So when I saw these, I was like, okay, I gotta get these. There were more, but the seller was very, very, I mean, I know these are kind of rare, but they're not like super rare. But they wanted like $15 for the entire bag. So along with a box of X-Acto knives, I just said, I'll take these, and I got that stuff for $10. So it was more for the X-Acto knives because I use those to build kits, and I needed new ones, and those work very nicely. But these are pretty cool as well. I'm gonna put this tractor on this like farm that I have over here. This car just gonna go on the road. I might repaint that actually because it doesn't look great. I actually may repaint that as well. And then I really like this. It's a it is a bit broken, but it's like a refreshment stand. It's a little bit chipped, but I mean, it looks fine really. The only issue really is that the interior is like not attached, but it won't really matter because it's going to be stagnant anyways. I'm planning on building a circus slash a fair somewhere on my layout, so I'm thinking for that this will fit right in. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm very happy with all the things I've gotten in the past few weeks. And yeah, so thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed my little showcase, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess.